Hello you guys, this is Fun Automotive, and right now I am doing the radiator, and I'll show you what I've done so far. I've taken the grill off. Now for the grill, there's going to be 4 screws. 1 on top of each headlight, and then 2 in the center. And the whole grill just pulls right off. It's very simple to do. And now, the first steps you're going to want to do for the radiator is you're going to want to take off these condenser bolts. One right here, one right here, and then you're going to want to remove the tranny cooler line bolts right here. Alright you guys, next off, we're going to be taking off the header right here. It's more like a core, it's an add-on to the core support, it continues it across. So what you're going to want to do is take off these 6 screws. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Alright, there's 7 screws. I did forget about this one. And then this whole part, whenever you do it, some people say you're going to have to drill through the rivets, but we're not going to do it that way. We're just going to pull it up and over and lay it on top of the engine. That's how we're going to do it right now. They're all the same size, so don't worry about mixing them up. Oh, I forgot, come down here. Sorry guys, it's so damn hot and over here I can't think straight. Now down here you're gonna have 2 more bolts. 2 more bolts, it's 9 bolts all together, 9 bolts. So you're gonna have 7 up here, 3 right here, 3 right here, 1 right here, and 2 down here. So it's 9 bolts guys. And right now I am draining the radiator, as you can see down there. You're going to want to, there's a valve you turn that opens up the radiator, the drain plug, and then you're going to want to take the radiator cap off so that the pressure can just push it and pull it through. Alright you guys, now to get this off, all I did was flex this back a little bit. Can you see this? And then pull it right back and out, and I laid it right here. Just removing the lines right now. Alright, now once you get these 2 lines off, you gotta work on these, unbolting them all. Now this, I was wrong. I wasn't thinking right. This is actually for the power steering. This is a power steering cooler. It goes right down to the rack and pinion. Alright you guys, now when I said work on this side, I figured just take off the shroud bolts, holding the shroud on. There's only 2 top bolts holding the fan shroud on. Now after you take those off, you're gonna wanna lift up, pull back, and then pull back toward the firewall and the engine. Pull back and up, and wiggle it out. You may have to flex these lines a tiny bit, but after you do that, the fan shroud and everything will pop right right out. Just like that, right out. Make sure you unplug your fan first. Obviously. Okay, now we can finally get to these lines and unmounting everything. And with that power steering line cooler that I was talking about before, that I mentioned that it was a transmission line cooler, which it's not. I don't think you have to unscrew those, but I did just in case. All right, you guys. Now, the next thing you want to do after you take these lines off, after you take all the lines off, I still got to get the bottom line, but I took the transmission lines off, is you want to come over here and you want to unclip these pins, these clips, I mean, from both sides. Some right here and there's some right here. You want to take those off and then straight through, right in there. I can't see because the sun, I'm not sure if it's on it, but right through, right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's going to be a bolt right there that's going to be holding in the radiator on both sides, right there, that bolt right there. So that's what you're going to have to do next after removing the inside lines. All right, you guys, now what's next is, yeah, I actually did this. I wet myself because it's 115 degrees today. Now what we got to do next after we pull those off is you come over here, there's a clip, and you got the radiator connected to that clip, and then the condenser sits inside of that clip. You got to pull the condenser out of the clip on both sides, and then that radiator should lift right out after that. So, let's see. Probably something. It's the first screw mount tool. Okay. Should lift happily out. Here's the old radiator. Now come over here. This is where it was leaking from. Right in here. It was leaking right there. It was just shooting out from the side. Radiator out. Okay, as you can see, this is a better example. These are the clips right here that I was talking about. Condenser falls right inside of these clips. I'm not sure what these are for. The other radiator didn't have them, but I'm afraid they might get in the way for the condenser. The condenser might actually sit in here, but I kind of doubt it. It has to sit in here. Now I have to take these brackets out and put them in on both sides. All right, now for these bushings that I'm gonna need, you just pop them out. If they're a little hard to pop out, throw a screwdriver through them and just bring them out. You're gonna need these if yours don't come with it. Mine did not. And that'll be it. Oh, yes. And your line holder. You're gonna need your line holder. That just goes in and slides. All right, you guys, come back over here. Now I told you what the radiator sat in. I was mistaken, it's not the front. It's these back ones right here. I mean the condenser. The condenser sits in these back clips in the back. These front ones are for the fan, radiator fan shroud. They sit in. And now, if you don't have O-rings, I recommend you pull your old ones out from the tranny cooling lines in the front. And grab your bushings from the bottom that go inside of the lower frame. And grab everything else that you think you'll need and you're good to go. That's pretty much it. All right, now you guys, I have the radiator in. Once you get those clips, right here, if you look down there, once you get these clips in, these clips.
I can't see, sorry.
Once you get these clips, there's plastic clips right there. I told you what they look like. They're like, it's a clip and it goes inside. It's a clip. Now, once you get these in, let me make sure you guys can see that. The sun is so damn bright. All right, you can see the clip right here. The radiator, I mean the condenser is inside of that right now. I don't know if you can see, but the condenser is inside of that clip. Same with this side. It's inside of that clip. You can't really tell, but it's there. And once you get that all set, put your lines in. Make sure your O-rings are on. Put your tranny lines in. And once your tranny lines are in and everything's snug and the bottom of the radiator is sitting good inside of its holes that it's supposed to down here, then you want to tighten your lines. You reverse the process and tighten up your bolts. Your bolts. These are the main bolts that tighten down the radiator. It's on both sides. It's on both sides. Let me see, I can't see it. It's right there. Both sides. So, and you're gonna have to pop this off. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. This will have to be popped off. Just use a door panel clip. That's what I did. Door panel clip tool. Pop them right off because you're gonna need to access those two bolts. Easy, easy, easy job, guys. This is so easy. All right, this is the first video you're going to see, is the radiator itself, because I'm gonna do a two-part, so it's not too long. I'm gonna do the radiator first, and the reason why in real life it took me so long is because I had to do the pressure power steering line, and I even did the serpentine belt since it was off anyways. It needed to be done, so I just did that. And then the switch to that pressure line, that's simple, easy, quick. You just tighten it on and make sure it's nice and tight. And but in reality, this job for the radiator on the 2002 that I know of, maybe to the 04, it's easy. It'll probably take you an hour. It would have taken me 1 hour to do it. I would have been done a long time ago. But I've been working on this thing now for about 3 hours, I think. So that's the reason why, but let's get back to the radiator. All right, everything's snugged up, nice and good. Don't worry about this line, it's just shaped that way. It's not gonna stay in there. Everything's good. Gotta put this line back on. Gotta put that bottom line back on down there. But that's it, and then I gotta fill her up. I even bought a new radiator cap just because, might as well, right? New serpentine belt. New power steering pressure lines. New pressure switch down there. Right there. Nice and gravy. Alright you guys, now to put the radiator shroud in, just reverse the process, throw it on in there. It'll go past these lines nice and easily. Just put it all the way down, and I'll show you where the shroud sits. I already have, but let me show you again. The shroud will sit right inside of these on the bottom. This one on my old one was broken off, but that's where the shroud will sit. Nice and flush, nice and good. Now it's time to put this bad boy back on. Just reverse the process. It's plain and simple. Just lower it right back in. Don't forget to put your foam right there if yours has one though. Hello you guys, I'm already done. It got way too hot, so I decided to stop videoing, finish it up, and then do a finish out video. So let me show you what everything came out to. Alright you guys, here's the finished product. After I put the core support connector thing, the top thing back on, the top support, I bolted everything on it down, all the screws. I think there was 9 of them, 2 down here, 3 on this side, 3 on that side, and then there's 4 screws to hold down the grill. I just put that on, finished it. Have the radiator topped off. It's actually a little bit too full, but it's just a little bit past full. I had to obviously redo my power steering. That'll be it for the next video. And lines, training lines, all that stuff's done. It was a pain in the ass, only because it was so damn hot. If it wasn't hot, I would have taken my sweet time. It would have been nice. But now, it is done. It is taken care of. And I can drive her again. Alright you guys, it's all done, taken care of. Now I will have videos of me wheeling again and stuff. My next thing I'm gonna be doing are the axles. That's gonna be easy. That's gonna be really easy. Get that done, but I'm tired. I'm gonna end the video right here. This is Fun Automotive, and I'll check you guys out. No. This is Fun Automotive, and I'll see you guys again. Goodbye.